So now we're going to learn how to write formulas in Microsoft Excel. And this is what Excel is all about, being a customizable calculator, something where you could do your math. So we're going to see how to start doing math in Excel. Every formula in Excel begins with the equal sign. This is your main takeaway from this video, one of the main takeaways. Every formula in Excel, and I'm just going to zoom in on that to really clarify it. Every formula in Excel begins with an equal sign, equals 2 plus 3. Bam, 5. So anytime you want to do math in Excel, you could just do equals and start doing operators and operands. Operands being the numbers, operators being like the plus sign, the multiplication sign, the division sign, equals 2 plus 3. Just hit the equal sign, start entering numbers. You could do math. You could do parentheses around things in there to get the order of operations. That's how you do it. Next important thing for you to know about writing formulas in Excel is under formulas, this formulas ribbon, you have show formulas. So you could click this and it's going to turn on and turn off, showing all of the formulas on your spreadsheet at once. How awesome is that? And if you hover your mouse over show formulas, you'll see there's a Ctrl backtick shortcut, keyboard shortcut. So if I hold down Control on my keyboard and hit backtick, this toggles this on and off. And if I move my mouse, you could actually see show formulas up there in the ribbon being depressed, right? Being activated and unactivated. So show formulas. Next important takeaway from writing formulas in Excel. All formulas start with an equal sign, and you've got Control backtick, or under the formulas ribbon, show formulas to show all the formulas. The next important thing for you to know about writing formulas in Excel is that I could reference the cells. This is cell H16 H16, this is cell H17, this is cell H18. So if this was 5, 5, 6, 7, and I'm using my numeric keypad right there to enter those numbers. And if you don't have your num lock turned on, you see that num lock right there, num lock. If you don't have that turned on, this numeric keypad doesn't work. So make sure you turn that on if you want to use your numeric keypad. The next important thing to know are cell references. I could hit equal and I could type in H16 plus H17 plus H18, and I could hit enter. Why is that awesome? Because now with those references to those cells, it looks at the value which is in that cell and then uses that as the operand, So as I change this number, right, the formula updates. And that's the powerful thing about Excel, having this be dynamic. Now these are known as relative references right here. So this formula, and this is just the way Excel works, this formula says, hey, take the cell that's 3 up and 2 up and 1 up, take the 3 cells above me wherever I am as a formula, add them up. So if I copy this formula, watch what happens. That formula is now highlighted. Copy it. Paste it. I'm going to paste it here because J is a better character to look at. Paste it here, and I've got different paste options. I'm just going to go with paste right there. Bam! H16 17 18. Relative to where I put that formula, it adds up the 3 cells right above it. That's the way Excel's cell works. Those are relative references. So as I copy and paste this formula around, copy it, paste it down here, paste, relative to where it's at, it's going to add up the 3 cells right above it. And so, right, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. So that's just a relative reference. And we'll learn all about absolute references and mixed references in the next video. But I could take this, turn off my show formulas. That's what I'm doing there with the keyboard shortcut, turn off show formulas. I could take this, use the autofill handle, drag it over, and it automatically fills in. And I could also, right here, do equal, and instead of entering J16, I16, H16 and adding those together, I could use the point and click method. Click on this, enters the cell reference, hit the operator, click on this, enters the cell reference, hit the operator, click on this, enters the cell reference, hit enter to let the computer know I'm done. This is what I want to be calculated. Boom, adds it up. Grab the autofill handle, drag it down, and it automatically, since it's a relative reference, right, relative to here, add up the 3 things on the left, it automatically adds up the 3 things on the left and the 3 things on the left, and this one adds up the 3 above it. That is working with formulas in Excel. I try to do this quick so that you're not bored, and you can always go back and watch this video again. You could slow it down. You could pause it at each step and practice what I did. There'll be hands-on exercises where you'll get this practice doing it yourself, but I like trying to stay on point and get through the material quickly. So if you're the more experienced person, you could grab it, and if you need a little bit more time with it, you could rewatch it. This is going to be a little bit of I'm going to do a little review of what we just learned, and then I'm going to give you some bonus material at the end. So if you have all this and you don't want to hang out for the review or the bonus material, which is going to be awesome, you could cut out of the video right now. This video, 5 minutes and 50 seconds, totally on point. That's good. All right, so the review. Every formula in Excel starts with the equal sign, equals 1 plus 8. Boom. You could enter cell references, equals, and I could do that with the point and click method, D5 plus D9, enter. Those are relative references. So if I had more numbers here and I copy this, I'm going to copy that and then paste it right here. I'm going to go for this first paste option. We'll learn about the different paste options through the course. Paste it, it automatically adds up the correct stuff, because relative to where this is at, this formula says add up the 2 cells right above it. That's the way I wrote it, right? Add up the 2 cells right above it. So when I put it here, it adds up the 2 cells right above it. And I'm going to take all this and just shift it over a little bit so it's more central. And then I could turn off show formulas, another important takeaway, and it turns it off. So that's how you write formulas. Starts with the equal sign. You want to use cell references as much as possible, not absolute values. And those cell references you could enter with the point and click method. So equal sign, that, plus this. And then those are relative references, those cell references. So as I copy this down, and I could use the keyboard shortcut, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, Ctrl-V as in victory, and it copies down. It adds up relative to where it's at, the 2 cells to the left. This one adds up the 2 cells above it. So those are relative references. I'm going to turn show formulas back off. And the last thing that I will say here is that you have to pay attention to order of operations when you do math. This isn't a math class. If you need to review math, go take a course on math. This is showing you how to do math with Excel, assuming you already understand math. But the order of operations, you could do stuff like this with parentheses, and it makes a difference what the value is depending upon how those parentheses are used. And so just a little bit of review information there for you on order of operations and the importance of the order of operations, how parentheses makes a difference from not using parentheses. All right. Awesome stuff. Now for the bonus material. I did the hands-on exercise, which I assigned to you, which was to write down what makes a student successful and to make your commitment and then post it on the fridge and share it with your family. I did that with my family. I said every day 10 videos. Right now it's Sunday. It's 11:16 a.m. My wife and kids went to the gym. I was like, I got to do my 10. When I could do my 10, I could rest. I could be easy because I know I made that forward progress. And it's a bummer for me because I would have loved to have exercised. I would have loved to have gone to the gym with my family. But I also love providing for my family. I love creating trainings and helping people and teaching and getting content out there to the world and making forward progress. And providing for my family and getting stuff done is also even more rewarding for me than going to the gym. So hopefully this week later I'll get to the gym. Definitely I'll get some family time. But 10 a day. If I didn't have this on the fridge, I wouldn't be in here right now. So putting that up yesterday is helping me. And so far we're on video 2. I got 8 more to go before I've hit my day's quota. And it makes a difference, both doing that exercise for myself and also sharing with you. We learn. We learn by example. We see people do something and we learn from that. That's the way we learn. We have mirror neurons in our head. That's the way we're hardwired. That's why using the education hierarchy, I'm not only teaching you skills and knowledge, but also wisdom, motivation, and inspiration. I'm showing you how it's done. I'm showing you the importance of grit, persistence, focus, cultivating the garden of life, staying on point every day, getting out there, weeding that garden, planting the right seeds. And that's going to ensure that in the future, I could tell the future. In the future, we're going to harvest a great crop. This course will be done, and it's going to provide benefit to others, and it's going to generate some income for my family, help me provide and support the people in my community, my loved ones. So it's that's all part of the garden that I want and the bountiful harvest that I want. So there I am doing that hands-on exercise right on point. It's not just lip service. And by you seeing me do it, that's going to inspire you. That's going to inspire you. Research supports it, and it's proven, and it shows that this is the way it works. When you actually see somebody do something, that makes it more real for you and more likely that you'll do it yourself. So I'm not just paying lip service here. I'm not just preaching without practicing. And it's verified and proven in my own life. Man, when I do this, keeps me on point. All right, that's the bonus material. That's writing formulas. You've got the point and click method. You learned about relative references. You saw how to show formulas, and you saw that everything in Excel begins with the equal sign. And if for some reason you just want the equal sign in Excel sometime, you could start that equal sign just with that backtick equal sign 2 plus 3, and then that's going to leave that in there. I guess it's not backtick. It's just the paren right there. That's going to leave that in there, right? I've got that little paren, that single paren right there, parenthesis, and then I could say, you know, that is equal to 2 plus 3. So if I ever wanted that, 2 plus 3, whatever, I could just enter it, that little forward tick. We are awesome. We're rocking it. You're learning Excel. We're having a good time. What could be better?